let's check our report and check how we submitted it, review and reflect on how we submitted this. We have given a review information for every beach, the rubbish collected, cleanliness rating, a number of cleanups, and then we as well totaled the weight of rubbish and the total number of cleanups. And next to them, we have shown the years. However, if we look at the report, it says for each year, display the beach name, the district name, and the review details, as well as calculate and display the total number of rubbish and the total number of cleanups. This can be slightly ambiguous. That is why we designed our report like this. However, on closer examination, it says for each year. So for 2018, display all these three things and calculate and display the total weight of rubbish and the total number of cleanups. And as well, for 2019, do the same thing. So we show it first for 2018 and then we show it for 2019. We need to group this information for 2018 and for 2019. Since we're grouping, we want to group by year, we have to see how this is done. We realize that we should have done it per year. So what happens in that situation? We need a header for each year. If you see that for each year display, then you need a header for that to group it by the year. So how is that done? In the design view of this, we do some little tricks. Now let's close this. In order to have some kind of way to compare what we're going to do with what we had before, we're going to rename this as older, and then we're going to make a copy of it, paste it in here, and then rename the copy corrected. Another thing here is that we haven't kept the naming conventions. Like here we have QRI, TBL. Here we have to have RPT. So let's rename these again to RPT, Annual Review Corrected, and we can do that on this one as well. So now we have the corrected one. We open that in design view, and we said that we need to group the results here per year. So we need a year header. Not just a page header that comes from default. In order to do that, in order to add headers for any particular field, you just right click anywhere. See, as long as we see sorting. The problem is if we click in the empty space here, we might accidentally click on one of these and we get this. Right click on the report anywhere in the report and get the sorting and grouping. Down here you get a window for sorting and grouping. It says add a group. We want to add a group for the year. So we click on it and we go to review year, and then we get this header here, you can see here. But we need as well a footer for this, so it summarizes these totals and it shows the results in the footer. Because so far it's showing it in the page header and in the page footer. We want to show this in the review year header and footer. We didn't have a review year header. We created one just now, and we want to create a footer as well. It doesn't automatically create the footer for the review year. So we need to say more and look here until it says footer section. Anywhere where it says footer section, and there it is. It says without a footer section. We just want one. We do want one, and it says with footer section. So review year footer. So we have the footer and the header. It becomes simple. We just move all of this in here, all the labels in here. We can just cut them and paste them with pressing Ctrl X and pasting them in here. And let's check so far how it looks. If we go to report view, you will see that it shows the review year. It still shows the years down here. So basically we have to pick them up, pick the years, and stick them in the review year header area so that it shows only one year and it groups the rest of the information per year. Now this is what I mean. You grab only this here. You can, let's see if it moves. It doesn't really move, So basically you can cut it by pressing Ctrl X and clicking in here in the review here header and pasting it in there. Yeah, now it is there. Let's make some space. We can put these headers a little bit down. If we see that we have obstacles, so for instance you can see that there is some barrier here in the report, instead of wasting time trying to get our heads around that, we can just simply select what we want to move, press Ctrl X, yeah, to cut, go somewhere else and paste, and then move it where we want it to be moved. Yeah, let's say there. And this is the label for the year. This has got the review year information, so we move that next to year. We can resize these to size to shortest, let's say, not tallest, shortest, and then we can, let's say, align top or bottom, it doesn't matter. We can move now these a bit up, so we tidy up our report, and we can see the report view of this. So far we've got the beach name, and here we have the information for review year 2018, and see we have some gaps here. We can actually go to the design view, make this smaller, and go back, see how it's showing now. So it shows review year 2018, and it shows the beach district name headings, and then the information underneath, the two beaches that comply with the query requirements for 2018, and then for the review year it shows the other information. Let's move these where they should go so that they show per year. So we go back to the design view, close this window from there. Be careful, this will delete what we've done for the group year. This will just close the window. If we want it back, we can always do that, yeah, but we don't want it now. Be careful as well, but this will warn you anyway. It will tell you that. So obviously we know that we've done a mistake, so be careful. What are you closing? So we close that window, and here we have the totals, which we can move, let's say, to the review year area. So let's expand the footer here of the year. It will summarize all the details on the review year footer. Let's go to the report view. There it is. If we've done a mistake in the design view and we put these, for instance, let's say in the page footer, yeah, let's see what happens away from the page numbers. Yeah, let's see what happens. They're selected down here because the page footer and header don't really have any information. So if we go to the design view, see the page header doesn't have any information to summarize. Page footer that picks up the information from up here doesn't know what to do, so it's showing error. However, we have information in the review header, so if we put that in the review year footer, we will have the information per year. So let's see again the report view. So here we have the summaries, as you can see, 1, yeah, total number of cleanups 1, and there 2, 1 and 1 equals 2, and that plus that equals 468, and 229 is summarizing just that. So we're showing the summaries, basically these two summaries per year, complying therefore with this requirement here for each year. So that's what we have to be careful. So this is how we can get more points, because you're gonna get points if you do the query like this. Yeah, see this here, you're gonna get points, but not as many points as you're gonna get for this, because here you have actually complied with the actual requirements. You will even get more points if we go to the design view. If you see these highlighted areas here, and you preferably get rid of them as well, there's square boxes around. They're not very nice if you want to tidy it up a bit. So we go to the design view. If you click on the property sheet, now this is something that if you have time you do it, if you don't have time just abandon it. So you get the property sheet. So if we click on each background here, but be careful you don't click on the labels and all of that, just on the background, you can see that there are some properties here on the property sheet that we got from there. Yeah, so if we lose it, it's there. We can leave this as it is, It's the blue color that we see on the top of the reports. This one says background 1. This one's background, alternate background color. We can delete the bit that says darker and click on that one. That one, darker, it says 5%. Get rid of it. And the comma as well. And then we go there. Same thing. So if we just clear these things, wherever we see darker and all of that, except perhaps in the header up here, just leave it as it is. And then if we go back to the report view, we have it like this so far. In design view, we can get rid of the space here that is useless. You can see that if you move the top side of the detail up over the information, it goes up to the very bottom of them. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere to obstruct them. We do this. So here we have the information for the beach name, the district name, rubbish collected. So another thing is we have a page footer that we can get rid of. This we can make it smaller. All of this, align these. Let's say align these two, align right, move this a bit up so it comes closer. So far it looks like this, but we can get rid of all the boxes to make it even seem a little bit better. Yeah, so we go to the design view again, click anywhere and press Ctrl A to select everything. So you can as well, you can select everything by going outside labels and text boxes and just selecting everything. So, but the quickest way is to press Ctrl A for all, go to the format and shape, outline, transparent. We go back to the design view, back to the report view, and this is how it shows. Maybe we can tidy up the line here. Let's see now what we have done. If you see here, we grouped everything by year. This is how the report used to be before. Keep both reports so that you can see the difference and play around so that you can make even more corrections until perhaps you have a report that looks like this, where you play a bit with the font. You can see here there is this style of solution. They have added text boxes. They've gotten rid of the color up here completely. Yeah, this is another way of doing it, but this is totally up to you. The information is then you will get full points for achieving the report at this stage.